Hello, I'm Camelia and this is Kini News. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi might face new charges in the future as graft investigators are still pursuing new leads to further investigate the case related to Yayasan Akalbudi funds. The Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission is still investigating new leads in Deputy Prime Minister Ahmad Zahid Hamidi case involving Yayasan Akalbudi. The Chief Commissioner Azam Baki today, however, declined to elaborate further on the investigation. When asked about his predecessor, Latifa Koya's statement, who described the DNAA decision as shameful, Azam said he did not want to comment further on the matter. On Monday, the former MACC Chief Commissioner also questioned the rationale of the decision given that the court had already decided that the prosecution proved a prima facie case against the Amno president. In their application, Deputy Public Prosecutor Dusuki Mokhtar listed 11 reasons for DNAA, which include making way for more comprehensive investigations by the authorities. In another development, the Centre to Combat Corruption and Cronyism, C4, has called for the AGC to provide a full explanation for the withdrawal of all 47 charges against Zahid. In addition, the graft watchdog also called for the immediate separation of powers between the Attorney General and Public Prosecutor to prevent the influence of political considerations in prosecutorial decisions and discretion. C4 stressed that Zahid's DNAA also raised questions, given the fact that he is now a crucial executive member of the government. Earlier, Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim said the Attorney General had full power to handle Ahmad Zahid Hamidi's case and he did not interfere with the process. Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim has denied his involvement in the KL High Court's decision on Monday to grant his deputy Ahmad Zahid Hamidi a discharge, not amounting to an acquittal in the Yayasan Akalbudi corruption case. When met by reporters in Jakarta last night, Anwar said the matter was decided by the Attorney General. The AG in question is Idrus Harun, who is officially retired as of last night. Meanwhile, Home Minister Saifuddin Nasution Ismail said AG was exercising his discretion as provided under Article 145(3) of the Federal Constitution, and Anwar should not be blamed for the decision.
To prosecute or not to prosecute, to proceed or to withdraw, itu kuasa yang ada dalam perlembagaan. Jadi sebab itu saya menolak dan menangkis sebarang tuduhan dan andaian bahawa tindakan apa pun yang dibuat oleh pegawai negara semuanya diletakkan pada bahu Perdana Menteri. Kalau Perdana Menteri tak ada kerja lain.
The prosecution on Monday had applied for DNAA on all 47 charges against Zahid, although Judge Colin Lawrence Sequeira found the prosecution has established a prima facie against the Amno president. Perikatan Nasional's chairman Muhammad Yassin had earlier questioned whether the DNAA was based on instructions from above. AGC in a statement yesterday said the withdrawal of all the charges on Zahid was based on cogent reasons and was accepted by the court. Meanwhile, Khairi Jamaluddin today accused DAP of losing moral boundaries following the party's reaction to Zahid being granted DNAA. DAP has been reduced to what they used to accuse MCA of being, said former Amno leader Khairi Jamaluddin. Khairi, in his latest Keluar Sekejap podcast episode, which was released today, also labelled DAP as a running dog with Chinese support.
Kenapa saya call out DAP? Sebab DAP antara yang paling kehadapan dulu. Kata nak penjarakan Zahid, kata tak akan terima semua benda ni. And the lamest response they can come up with today is, oh, minta AG buat penjelasan. Macam-macam dia cakap tentang MCA dulu. Running dog dan sebagainya. Well, look in the mirror now. Where are you?
The former health minister was responding to DAP Secretary General Anthony Loke's statement on the discharge granted to Deputy Prime Minister Ahmad Zahid Hamidi. Yesterday, Loke said the outgoing Attorney General Idrus Harun to explain why prosecutors withdrew their case against the Amno president. Commenting further, Khairi said the party seems indifferent because majority of Chinese supporters will still support them in the elections.
The real test is going to be in Pulai. Saya kata DAP pun buat perkiraan politik, Syaril. They are not stupid. Walaupun dia kena kecam daripada saya dan sebagainya, dia orang tak bodoh, DAP ni. Dia tahu. Dia buat apa benda pun 90% lebih pengundi Cina akan tetap sokong DAP. That's what I've concluded.
We are often faced with nutrient deficiency needed for our body. This is why I choose G-Sure. G-Sure is the first plant-based and complete nutrition drink that helps to improve the immune system and strengthen our bodies. It has to be Good Morning G-Sure.
Moving on to the next story, Perikatan Nasional Chairman Muhammad Yassin has got into trouble with the authority over his remark on voting for PH at a campaign rally last week. Police will question Perikatan Nasional Chairperson Muhammad Yassin over the latter's statement that it is haram to vote for PH's candidate in the Pulai by-election. In a statement last night, Bukit Aman CID Chief Muhammad Shuhaili Muhammad Zain said the police have received 2 police reports over the ex-Prime Minister's speech on September 2nd. He stated that the police's classified crimes unit will record Muhyiddin's statements on September 11th at his office in Kuala Lumpur. During a trauma in Kampas, Muhyiddin declared it is haram to vote for PH's Pulai candidate Suhaizan Kayat, while also referring to his assertion as a fatwa.
Jangan bagi satu undi pun kepada pihak Suhaizan Kayat. Bekas speaker. Jangan bagi satu undi. Saya bagi hukum haram. Ada yang besok mencabar saya ni. Ikut fatwa mana?
Pulai Amanah Youth Chief Muhammad Harith Hambali on September 4th responded by lodging a police report against Muhyiddin, describing the speech as radical and should not have occurred in Pulai. He further added such narratives could mislead voters. Last night, PH Secretary General Saifuddin Nasution Ismail also said he was not surprised by Muhyiddin's controversial declaration, adding that it is due to being influenced by Pas's approach. A betrayed Amno assemblyperson from Melaka had asked the party to sack him after being issued a show-cause letter for attending a PN event. Jailani Khamis said his attendance at the event was not meant to sabotage the party or humiliate any Amno leaders. Rumbia assemblyperson Muhammad Jailani Khamis had requested the Amno disciplinary board to sack him. This is after he was subjected to disciplinary actions by the board for attending a Perikatan Nasional event last month. According to a letter of response to the party's disciplinary board, as cited by Malaysia Kini, Jailani defended his presence at the event. He emphasized that he would not agree to follow a direction that leads to the division of Malays, Muslims and Bumiputra, as well as reject any cooperation with PH and DAP. On August 23rd, Jailani was reported to have been present at a high-profile PN event in Johor to mark the start of the coalition's campaign for the Simpang Jeram and Pulai by-elections. At one point, past Secretary General Taqiyuddin Hassan informed the audience of Jailani's presence and described the latter as a friend from Melaka.
Bersama kita pada malam ini juga sahabat saya, Yang Berhormat Datuk Jailani Khamis, Adun Rembia daripada Melaka. Ya, ini Melaka. Saya tak nak beritahu lebih pada itu, tapi dia Yang Berhormat Melaka sekarang ni, bersama dengan kita.
Earlier, Jailani reportedly said he attended the event on behalf of Muafakat Nasional, an NGO led by the former UMNO Secretary General Anwar Musa. Subsequently, UMNO President Ahmad Zahid Hamidi said the party would take action against Jailani and he was slapped with a show-cause letter on August 28th. However, he skipped the proceedings scheduled yesterday, claiming to have been warded at a hospital in Melaka due to ill health. What is the most controversial and funniest member of parliament? Let's look at the finding by a civil society group after years of data scraping from the official parliament Hansard as far back as 2018. Parliamentarian RSN Rayer and Shahidan Kassim were today crowned the most controversial MP based on official parliament Hansard data released by MyMP. The Parliament watchdog described their analysis as a light-hearted survey, which was tabulated based on instances where the Parliament went into ruckus and who were the usual instigators. Lau said his team had scraped the official Dewan Rakyat Hansard and searched for the keyword Dewan Riuh or Dewan Ketawa typed in by the parliament transcribers.
Sanisvara Netaji Raya, okay, with 521 rios. As some of you mentioned, Tajuddin was there also. Shahidan Kassim is also there. Who was the other name? Someone mentioned? Awang Hashim. Awang Hashim, later lah, that one later. Yeah. Okay, so this is from Parliament ke-14. Okay.
According to MyMP, Shahidan came in second with 391 instances, followed by then Pasir Salak MP Tajuddin Abdul Rahman with 291. Meanwhile, for the current 15th parliamentary sitting, he said that Shahidan retained the title with 72 Riuh instances, while Rayer came in third with 44. Lau noted that despite Shahidan and Rayer being crowned with such a notorious title, both the MPs were effective and performing parliamentarians. He attributes this to data gathered based on their attendance and involvement as well as questions asked in the House. He conferred that these analyses were to get the people to continue monitoring the MPs' performances, but in an entertaining way. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to Kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you would like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Kimilia. Thanks for watching.